Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to our presentation. Our group name is Sky Blue, and this is Sheikh Mohiuddin Fahad, and here is my group member. Our presentation topic: Inter-American System of Human Rights. It's a very large chapter. We are present shortly. This chapter have a content. Firstly, introduction: the American Declaration of Human Rights, the Rights and Duties of Man, 1948. The Inter-American Commission of Human Rights, the structure and features of the Commission, the fact-finding missions of the Inter-American Commission, complaint procedure of the Commission, the American Convention on Human Rights, individual complaints procedure. The procedure in case of individual complaint, Inter-American Court on Human Rights, and advisory jurisdiction, eventually its conclusions. Next. Firstly, we are discussing the introduction, the origin of movement of American unity just back to the 19th century. One of the earliest attempts to force interback and state cooperation was through the establishment of the International Union of American Republic in 1890. At the 9th International Conference of American States in Bogota, Colombia, 1948. It was declared and decided to replace the Pan-American Union with the Organization of American States, that means OAS. The OAS addressed 5 general area of focus. Firstly, the look to future democracy, as for example, freedom to speech. Next, to promote the human rights. Here, the human rights is women's rights, child rights, and cultural rights. Then, to increasing the regional and here in speech is peace and security, to improving the rule of law. Here, the rule of law is very important to interact the inter-American system and to strengthen the regional economy. Next. Now we can go to the American Declaration of the Rights and Duties of Man, 1948. When the American Declaration of Human Rights and Duty to Man was signed in April 1948, it became the first international document listing the universal human rights and proclaimed the need to protect those rights. The declaration is adopted by the 9th International Conference of American States in Bogota, Colombia. That is applicable to the world members of OAS. OAS, that means the Organization of American States. But since the adoption of the American Convention of Human Rights, the declaration is mostly applied, and those states who have not yet joined the American conventions. That means the OAS, the member state is not adopted. That is a declaration of mostly applied on joint of American conventions. Next. The American Conventions is defined that the declaration is unique, and this declaration includes the general limitations. There is 2 limitations to provide. Next, we can go the Inter-American Commission on Human Rights. Here, the jurisdiction of the Inter-Commission of Human Rights and extend to all organization American state, member state, and the commission was established in 1959 and started in the work May 1960. In the presence in the statute adopted the during part of its very interacted the Inter-American Commission on Human Rights. And here the Article 1 subclause 2, the commission statute provide for the purpose of the present statute. Next. There is some basic structure, and here is 34 article. The American Convention of Human Rights defined, and The commission is based in Washington, D.C. of the USA. Article 41, the American Convention of Human Rights, to provide a 7 thing. The first of all, to develop on awareness of human rights among the peoples of America, to make a recommendation of the member state for the adoption of progress and measures of obligations to the human rights, and to prepare or study to record the human rights clear the situation any state of OAS, to represent of unit of the member states. So it's important to the emancipation and to the submit on non-effort to the General Assembly of the Organization of the American System and American States to provide, which is include the resolution individual cases and report to various states of recommendation progress in the human rights. Next. Our next presenter, Shamim Miah. Thank you.
Please take my salam. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Shamim Miah, responsible 126-1055. My presentation today is the fact-finding mission of the Inter-American Commission. Article 8, subclause G of the States of the Inter-American Commission provides the Commission with the fact-finding jurisdiction. Since its establishment, the Commission has conducted many investigations as alleged violation of human rights in state leading to the OAS. The report resulting from this mission have been instrumental in ascertaining the facts of a situation. Complaint procedure of the Commission. The Commission can receive individual complaints under both the OAS Charter system and SCSR system. In the case of the OAS Charter system, the complaint procedure is provided by Regulation 51 to 55 of the Commission Regulation, whereas the complaint procedure under the SCSR contained in Article 44 to 55 of Convention. The SCSR stipulated that by becoming the party to it has accepted it should pay to the jurisdiction of the Commission to deal with individual complaints lodged against that state. The American Convention on Human Rights. The SCSR contains individual civil and political rights as well as economic, social and cultural rights. The economic rights contained in SCSR are supplemental by the national protected to the American Convention on Human Rights in the area of economic, social and cultural rights. 1988, which entered into force November 16, 1999, according to Article 1, Title 1 of SCSR. State parties are to respect their rights and freedoms and to ensure to all persons subject to their jurisdiction the free and full exercise of rights and freedoms. The following rights are contained in the Convention. Article 3, right to regulation before the law. Article 4, right to life. Article 5, right to human treatment. Article 6, freedom from slavery and service trade. Article 7, right to liberty and security. Article 8, right to a fair trial. Article 9, freedom from retroactivity of the criminal law. Next presenter, Khadija.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Khadija Shanta. My presentation topic is individual complaints procedure and procedure in case of individual complaint. Individual complaints procedure. Individual petition are to be submitted in writing stating the facts of the case details of the victim, the name of the state elite to have violated the rights, and the elite breaches. Before lodging complaint, domestic remedies must be exhausted, and the communication should satisfy other accessibility requirements. Article 44 provides for the procedure for individual complaints according to Article 44. Any person of groups of person or any non-governmental entity legally recognized in one or more member states of the organization may lodge petitions with the Commission containing denunciation of complaints of violations of the convention by a state party. The states becoming parties to ACHR automatically recognize the competence of the Commission of receive complaints from persons alleging violation of their rights. There are two types of petition that may be filed, either a general petition or a collective petition. Procedure in case of individual complaint. Once the communication is held to be prima facie admissible, there are two stages of subsequent procedure. In accordance with Article 48, the primary function of the Commission is to receive all necessary information and evidence during the proceeding of the case on the complaint. If a friendly settlement is reached in accordance with Article 49, the Commission then needs to draw up a report consisting of a brief statement of facts and the solution reached, which is transmitted to the Secretary General of the OAS. Assalamu alaikum. My next presenter is present.
Assalamualaikum. I'm Jubaid Islam. My topic is Inter-American Code of Human Rights. The Inter-American Code of Human Rights, one of the two bodies, was established by the Organization of American States and the monitor for the monitor of human rights in the Americas. The code was created by Article 33 of B of the American Convention of Human Rights to safeguard the human rights in America. It based on the base in San Jose, Costa Rica, was established in 1979. And it's made up 7 judges who are elected as independent, except for a term of 6 years, and also who may be re-elected. Advisory jurisdiction. If the state party or the commission asks for the advisory opinion to the Inter-American Court, then Inter-American Court can give its interpretation of the particular aspects of the convention. The Article 64 of the convention provides the interpretational system of the member of the state. The court has issued one advisory opinion on the child rights. Advisory opinion 17 on the legal status and child rights are determined. That's all.